Welcome to a rainy February, Tuesday afternoon here at Plan B Orchard and Farm. Out here down in the hay barn, you can hear the rain on the roof. I love the sound of rain on a tin roof. When we first introduce our calves to grain, we buy a big bag of calf manna, which is by the company Manna Pro. Not sponsored, it's just a higher end, more nutrient dense probably feed that we like to use to ensure that our calves are getting a healthy start when they're first getting used to eating grain. After they go through that bag, then we use a calf grower from our farm store. But once the hay is growing or the grass is growing tall enough so that they can graze, we'll gradually reduce the amount of grain, and then they'll just be on grass for the rest of the time until about a month to 6 weeks before butcher date, where we add in a little bit of grain back in. We like our meat with a little bit of marbling. So we do a mostly grass-fed and grain-finished beef. And if we have a calf that's on a cow, meaning it's getting milk from its mom, then we don't do grain at all until just that last finishing time. So with our calves, they're getting milk replacer for now, probably till somewhere between 3 and 6 months. It's about how long a mother cow would probably nurse, about 6 months. But once they are really good at eating grain, which these guys just gobble it up as soon as their bottle is gone. They're still getting 2 bottles a day, and then they're getting some grain every day. We will start reducing the amount of milk that they're getting and switch over to grain and then grass. That guinea is loud. Where are you at? Oh, right there. What are you guys pecking at? That peck, peck, peck noise. Huh? It's a little chilly out today, isn't it, girls? It's a little chilly out today, isn't it? This is our feed room. We did not intend to have nesting boxes in the feed room. It's basically exactly what it sounds like. Cans of feed all around the room where we scoop it out and then give it to the animals, right? But we kept finding eggs in the feed room behind cans and different things like that. So we decided to make a nesting spot for our free range chickens right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nests. Where do they all lay their eggs? In that one. And up there, which isn't even a nest. It's just a bag of pine shavings. They all fight over the same nest. Same thing in the coop. The ground is so squishy and yucky after all the rain we've had. I actually fell last night in the chicken yard right over there. But fortunately, I just got the knee of my pants wet. So, girls, what's up? What's up? Look at these guys following me around. February is a time of year when I start to have little mini panic attacks here on my homestead. Because in the fall, I have these grand ideas of everything I'm going to get done over the winter. So I roll into the new year ready to go. But did I? No, of course not. Not only scrambling about the things that we are growing for our own homestead, but also the things that I want to sell at market. Farmers market opens up in April, but I want to sell plant starts. I want to sell seedlings. And I've got to get those going. I made a video about planting calendar basics, and I talk about 4 different tools that you can use to help figure out what to plant when. After I had done that for myself, I then made myself a planting calendar. I just made a simple chart, and you can see I have the month, the weeks of the month, and then I have seed indoors, direct sow, or transplant. So basically I can just look at this each week and see exactly what I need to do. I highly recommend you do something like this. I'm going to put a link to the planting calendar basics video at the end of this one. So make sure you click over there if you don't quite know how to figure out what to plant when. We were cleaning out one of our spare rooms upstairs and I came across this little basket, and I think this is going to be good to keep in the seeds that to keep the seed packets in that I want to plant each week. So they're out already as we're approaching that week's seed starting. So I'm gonna look at February and figure out what I can get started inside today or tomorrow or whenever I get to it. Well, that's a problem. Their water is under there and they need access to their water, obviously. That tarp was on that fence as a windbreak, but they're both big and strong now. I think I can just take it down and not be an issue. Pro tip, do your farm chores right before sunset. Then you can shut the chickens up and go inside. If you do it earlier in the day, the chickens are still gonna be out and you're gonna have to remember to come back out at dark and put them up. Hey, Boo.
Hey.
Welcome home.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm feeling good. It's not completely dark and I'm home from work.
Yay. So what do you think? Do we need to pull a bale of hay out tonight?
Well, I came home and I noticed the calves and cows were in the pasture over here, which kind of tells me they've probably gotten all the stuff they want off of that last bale.
Yeah.
But the temperature's supposed to drop overnight, and as wet and sloppy as the ground is, I think we'd be better off waiting for the ground to freeze up overnight.
Okay, so we'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. There's such a thing as being farm strong. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You recording also? Oh, look, this is selfie. This is like dual camera angle. Wow. Look, I've got the cameras.
All right, ready?
Go for it. You want to try it?
It's a lot harder going from flat. I think I saw it move. Keep going. Hey, let me try. It's my turn. I cannot do it.
I think part of the advantage might simply be your size and height.
I think
and
it was,
strength.
'cause it
I
was
mean,
on the rounded side, it was a lot easier.
So you're saying it was a 1-up?
Yeah. Try again, Dad. Not so easy.
My secret's out! How did you get all that mud on your face? You silly girl. Hey, why are you headbutting me, girl?
it's always fun having Carter home from university for the weekend. She's training for a half marathon and we drove along on her long 8-mile run because she had to cross several creeks and she didn't want to wade through the creeks on her run.
Should have done all this at the beginning when I was spry.
It's about this time of year that I start really feeling like I'm behind before I've even started. I think we've got about 10 to 12 fruit trees. We've got peach, apple, and pear. And fruit trees should be pruned in winter while they're dormant. And they're gonna come to life real soon, like in the next month or two. So I need to get these pruned. I'm really glad I got out here yesterday to prune those fruit trees because today is cold, drizzly, windy. It's not very pleasant at all. One of the things I forgot to mention last month when I was talking about visually inspecting our animals was that we also check the animal's eyes and nose. Just like in humans, runny, goopy eyes and nose is a sign of illness. So you can tell these guys look great. It was 60 degrees yesterday. The high today is 30. We didn't walk out the hoses. I didn't check the weather. So we're gonna have frozen hoses. I gotta get some water out to the rabbits because I'm sure their waters are frozen. Had no idea the temperature was gonna drop again. I should have known, but I got fooled by false spring. I want to sell at the farmer's market this year. I've got to have plants to sell by the time the farmer's market opens. So I need to get on this. Thankfully, my friend Trisha said she wanted to come and have a work day at the farm with me. So she's here to help me get some seeds planted. Tubbins. Yes. So the soil is that deep. So we're working with that much soil.
I'm just gonna put it on it.
Trisha and her family also took time to help us build 3 raised beds while they were here.
Hey, thanks for all the help, guys.
Thanks for giving us opportunities to work. I love it.
Awesome.
We clean out the calf stall daily of their manure, but eventually the urine soaks through all the hay and even to the ground, and we have to do a complete clean out and then restall the hay, bring more straw in, and so that's what I'm doing today. Got over a big pile of hay here from the hay barn, so it'll be easy to scoop it over here into the calf stall so they can eat it. Do you see what I see? There's my very first little seedlings sprouting up. So I have 300 seedlings planted and more to come as gardening season goes on. But only 2 little baby sprouts so far. Those are both kale plants, I think. Yay, so exciting. So I just got home and one of the calves is missing. Where are you? Harriet, I hear her. How'd you get out there, baby girl? How did you get out there? How'd you get over there? Huh. That's weird. All right, well, let me open you up. Let me get her in here. Can't tell what happened. All right. Where does this chain even connect? I can't do this and film. I'll be right back. Yeah, I know you're hungry. All right, let's go get you some milk. Come on. Come on. Stop bumping me. Ouch. That was my backside. That hurt a little bit. Just a second, Duke. I'll let you out. All right, so now we have 2 calves, both here. All right, let me get you some milk. All right, everyone is safe and happy. I don't know how you got over there. Now that we're hopefully through the hardest part of winter, I'm going to start moving the rabbit tractors. You can see I've already moved them away from the back of the house where they were protected by the wind. And we're going to bring them down here into the orchard. Here's one of our trees. I think that's an apple. I think these are both apples right in here. And we've got some more of these bigger trees like this one. These are the peach trees. I think you saw me trimming those the other day. We're going to move the rabbit tractors down around the trees and start fertilizing them for the spring growth, which should start happening within the next month or 2. Good night, ducks. Take your lady to bed. Good job, Napoleon. Go on, Mrs. Bugsy. Go to bed. Don't know. Hop in there. Napoleon, tell her it's time for bed. He's trying to tell her. There you go. That's it. Good job, Napoleon. Go on, Mrs. Bugsy. You can do it. There you go. Good night, chickens. Good night, ducks. And that's February. I'll see you in March.